Hello, my beautiful Shidu doll. Welcome back to Shidu Tarot. I said on my other channel that I was gonna do a love reading. I can't actually remember what the signs were. It may have been like Leo and Aquarius, I think. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really remember. I have to go back and look, but I felt like reading, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw my dice and see what sign we're reading for. And my assumption is, at least like the vibe I got from this is, the signs that comes out, if it's your signs, then cool. But if it's a sign of your person, then that's really what it is that we'd be looking for. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to go ahead and toss these out. Okay, well, we have Aquarius and we have Aries. That's interesting. So I think Aquarius is one of the signs I said I was going to come over here and do a read for. And then we're going to pull some of these initial cards. And I have been saying for years, and I've even said on this channel that I was going to redo these because they are so ratchet, y'all. Like, it's literally like marker and like index cards. So I'm really going to make these look better, but I'll do it eventually. Haven't gotten around to it. I'm a busy gal. Okay, so first two initials that may be in you or your person's first, middle, or last name. We have L. We have Z. That's interesting. Oh, and three more cards came out. So L, Z, P, N, and S. So if that's in your first, middle, or last name, then this reading is for you, my dear. So let's go ahead and jump right in. I feel led to use my little tea leaf cards. So let's see if we can get an overall energy for whoever this is for. First card that we have is Vine. I heard it through the grapevine. Seek out information that will help you. I think that's probably why you're watching this reading, just saying. And next card that we have is Flute and Flautist. I just like saying that. It makes me think of Lizzo. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Aw. And the last card that we have is Carriage. And it says a journey, either physical or mental. And here's the thing. My guys then came in pretty quick. The thing that my guides just said was, don't put the carriage before the horse. So that means that if you guys are in some sort of a situationship, you know what I mean? Or you're dealing with someone where you find yourself kind of doing girlfriend things or boyfriend things, and you're not officially the girlfriend or the boyfriend, that's something to keep in mind. You don't want to put the carriage before the horse. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to seeking out information that will help you, I think a lot of times, especially, I can't say for men, but I can say for like women, a lot of times when we're newly dating someone, and this is more of like a societal kind of thing, it's like we're conditioned by mothers and grandmothers to not tell our friends because allegedly we're all competition, and we allegedly have friends that are jealous and are going to try to like bash our relationships and things of the sort. And I can't say that that's not true. It just really depends on your friend group and the type of people that you fool with. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm picking up on this intuitively is this specifically would be speaking to someone where you're in a situationship. So you're in a situation with a person to where you don't really have a title, and it may be something along the lines of, let's just see where this goes type of deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that you found out that your person did that's making you kind of feel away, but then you're too afraid to kind of speak up on it because you know that y'all aren't officially together, even though you may be acting like you're officially together type of deal. And I feel that what this Vine card is saying is there's a need for you to speak to someone in reference to this, like to get an alternative opinion. But I feel whoever this is for, it's kind of like a level of reluctance or fear to talk to a friend. Like, I mean, your friends might not even know that you're even dating anyone. It's like you're keeping it on the low, and you don't want to say anything about it because I feel in some sense or another, deeply intuitively, you know what's up. And as I pull these cards, the first row is going to be you, second row is going to be your person. But I feel deep down intuitively, you know that something is kind of, not right in the buttermilk, if you will. But because you don't have an alternative opinion, you're kind of going along with it. But it's kind of what I would, oh, good Lord, we're not taking those. That's a whole stack of cards, child. But intuitively, what I'm getting with this is like you kind of know that something is a little off about this, but you may be kind of telling yourself that you're overthinking, overreacting, you know, you're rushing, you're trying to put too much pressure on this person or whatever the case. It's kind of the vibe I get. Now, first two cards that popped out is the Emperor in the reverse. And of course, that's Aries energy. Then we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We have the Star. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. I feel that's where the confusion comes in. Like, okay, I'm not liking where this is going. With this Emperor in the reverse, right? I feel more or less this is how it is that my person who's watching, right, that I'm doing this reading for, right? Because if you're subscribed to my channel or you happen to cross this, then I'm doing this for you, my sweet, beautiful soul. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that you guys more or less may be seeing yourself in the eyes of the Emperor in the reverse. It's like you're thinking that you're selfish or you're controlling, like you're asking for too much or being too domineering. But looking at this Three of Pentacles falling on your person's side, it's like this is more or less like, I don't know why this happens to me. Those of y'all who've been with my channel for some time, because my other channel, Tarot Therapy, used to be She Do Tarot. And a lot of the reason why it's like I stopped doing love readings is because it's like I pick up on a certain like vibe of people and it's like the same story. So this is kind of like a person who's like a little narky, because with me seeing this Three of Pentacles, there's like a switcheroo that's going on here. So it's like this person is making you think that you're controlling, you're domineering, like you're pushy, you're asking for too much, like blah, 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 blah. And the energy I'm picking up on, this is kind of where you're at now. It's like, so the transformation is complete. Like you are seeing yourself in a way that you aren't, and you're seeing this person as what the Three of Pentacles will represent, which is someone who wants to plan a future. They want to be with you, but they just want to take things slow. You know, they just want to take their time because, you know, you've been hurt in the past and they've been hurt in the past and all of these things, right? So with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, that's like my bitter ass bitch card, right? So it's like you're literally seeing yourself. And the thing I don't like about this dude is because I'm seeing this whole energetic transfer thing to where this person has told you so much stuff about yourself to where you're seeing yourself as like, even to the point where you may even be asking yourself, like, am I narcissistic? Like, am I a narcissist? Like, I really might be, because I am totally selfish and I'm not even thinking about what this person is going through. And I'm just thinking about myself and my feelings. But I feel the whole reason why you're in this anxious kind of state to where you're looking for validation, you're asking tons of questions and all this other kind of stuff is because the carriage, like my guides were saying, the carriage was put before the horse. It's like you guys are acting like you're in a relationship before you're actually in one, right? And the presentation that this person gives is if they want something long term, hence the reason why they're saying like we should take things slow and work together and like we shouldn't rush into this blah, 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 right? So with this Queen of Swords in the reverse, I'm seeing this more or less as the headspace that you guys are in, where it's like you guys may be doing kind of like a deep dive where you're like thinking about past relationships. You're thinking about your relationship with your dad. You're thinking about your dad's relationship with your mom, your grandparents' relationship, like every single person that you've ever dated, because you're trying to dig deep into yourself to find the root of the issue that made you this person that you're perceiving to be narcissistic. Well, your friend Marlo can tell you none of that's there. So you're heading on a journey to nowhere because you're not going to find what that root is, because that's not the issue here. I feel this person is very much projecting onto you. And there's this thing, I wrote a whole book about it. It's called Motherfuck Twin Flames. And there's like, and then like what I know therapeutically, this is something that narcs do. It's like they project like this next level ideal persona, like they're this good person and they're, you know, silver tonguing it or whatever. And they will take faults and flaws that you know that you have and they kind of reverse them onto you. And they sidestep it because even though the behavior of what they're doing can cause a level of anxiety or unrest, or you feel like something is amiss, right? Like we said with this flute card, disappointment in a friend or a lover, right? It's like you feel something is kind of off, but it's just a feeling. Like you don't have any tangible evidence that anything is wrong, because if you think about it with like in the sense of like time frame, it's like, oh, well, we did just start dating. I did just meet them. I did just get out of a marriage. They did just get out of a marriage. We did just break up with people. Like I have been hurt before. So it's like you're rationalizing what this person is telling you, but you discern that there's something kind of off kilter with the pattern of how things are expanding. And the reason why you guys are in the holding pattern with this and why you're trying to fix yourself is because of the star card, is the fact that you feel a sense of a connection and a chemistry with the person, and your, you know, hope is for your wishes to come true, because I feel ultimately what you guys really want is to be with this person in a commitment. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less you guys being in the mindset where you're thinking you need to fix yourself. Like everything in the relationship would be dope if you would just fix yourself. And that's bullshit. I'm just being honest. It's like a relationship takes two people. Like it's never just one person's fault. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you guys are kind of like on this self-exploration journey to where, you know, you may be going to therapy, you may be doing all kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Doing past life regressions and all this other kind of stuff, because you're trying to find this root of this wound, right? That's preventing you from having a good relationship. I just really don't like this person already, and we're just one card in. But it's like you're trying to find this root or this wound that is preventing you from having the love that you desire, because you truly see this person as your person. But it's like for however long you've been dealing with this person, they legit have you in a vice grip mentally to where you're really thinking you're the issue here, because the way that they're presenting themselves is like, oh, I definitely want to be with you. Like, I want us to have a future. I want us to get married and have kids and, you know, all this other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, child, look. Next card. Good Lord. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse. It's just what I know. Oh, and then we have the Lovers in the reverse. Okay, let me tell you, this person is indecisive and non-committal. This person, everything that I just said that they told you is exactly what it is that's happening with this person. I'm just saying. And the reason why I say that is with this 5 of Cups in the reverse, there's a grief or loss that happened in this person's past. I'm teetering towards a mother, right? Like their first big heartbreak was their mother, right? And they've more or less formulated themselves into a person who is the anti of men who have hurt their mother, right? And that's just in a superficial sense of what it is that they're projecting to the outside world. But everything that this person is accusing you of, this deep, dark wound, this pain, this loss, like the stuff that you've gone through, your daddy issues, or whatever it is that they're saying, these are all things that they're dealing with and that they're coping with. There's a grief that they have within them. So there's a contrast in their energy. What it is that they're projecting is someone who is committal, who just wants a partner that they want to love, they want to spend the rest of their life with, and just like all of these mean people who've just hurt me and I just want to love. You know what I'm saying? But with the Lovers in the reverse, this person is extremely indecisive and they can't ever make a decision because they're non-committal and they fear commitment. In a very real sense, they're literally terrified to commit to something. And the reason for that is that they're afraid of making a mistake. It's like they're afraid of ending up in a situation like their parental figures did, or a situation that they've been in the past or whatever. So it's like my granny used to say, because I just heard her voice in my head. Shout out to you, Grams. It's like you pick and you pick till you pick shit. And that's the situation this person is in. It's like, to them, nothing and no one is ever good enough. And it's like they're always going to set this standard, but the bar is extremely high. And it's a standard that they themselves could not even live up to. Because the thing I'm seeing with this is somebody who is not self-aware. They can seem buku self-aware from the way that they present themselves in the external reality. Like they seem like someone who's hella self-aware, but they're not self-aware at all. Because this wound that exists inside of them, like them being stuck in their past, they keep seeing that in every single person that they interact with, but they're not seeing it in themselves. So the way that they're rationalizing them not making a choice to commit, them not putting like 10 toes down, fully committed into something, is because they're always finding something wrong with other people. But the thing that they're finding wrong with the people that they date is what's really wrong with them. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a lack there of self-reflection when you can't see that. When you're projecting your own issues onto other people, it's like, you know, my dude, my chick, like what's really going on? Next two cards that came out, we have the Two of Pentacles and the reverse. So you guys are in a holding pattern. Y'all are literally in a stalemate in this partnership. So I feel it's like things aren't moving forward. And here's the thing, my person who's watching that this reading is for, you feel something in your spirit that you feel things should be moving forward, right? Because that's human nature. It's like, you know, if we were to plant seeds in the ground, the expectation is that a freaking plant is going to come out. You know what I'm saying? You put your key in your car. The expectation is to put that bitch in the ignition to turn it, and my car going to turn on so I can go to work, right? Like that's what the expectation is. And I feel that's what goes back to what our overall energy is speaking about. But I feel because you guys don't have an alternative opinion, and if you don't have friends you can trust, hi, my name is Marlo. I'm your friend. And that's why we're doing this whole little reading for you. You know what I'm saying? You need an alternative perspective of what it is that you're going through. And I feel you guys desperately need validation. You need to be validated in the fact that you're not wrong. It's like, however long you've been dealing with this person, it's like, you know that stuff should be graduating to another level. But it's almost like your honest expectation of like, this should be going into something else. Like we should be committing at this point. We should be engaged at this point. It's a normal expectation, but this person is telling you that it's abnormal. And they're literally gaslighting you. And they're telling you like, hey, I do this, 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 and this. And haven't I said this, 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 and this, and done this, 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 and this? Like, doesn't that tell you that I really want to be with you? But I'm seeing this pain in you. And I remember you told me about your ex-husband or your ex-wife, or, you know, how your parents were. And it's like, you know, I've done my work and I'm seeing like you still have daddy issues. Like you still have this issue and this problem. But they're talking about their motherfucking self. I'm just saying. So this person is non-committal and indecisive because they're putting themselves into a holding pattern where they're picking and they're picking until they pick shit, because ultimately they will pick shit, or they will just be alone. And maybe that's really what they want. You feel what I'm saying? But with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, because this is me now looking at the energy that's the marriage between the two of you, it's just the simple fact that you guys' relationship is hot and cold as touch and go. Like, and the thing that they're showing me specifically is if you're sexually active with this person, the only time that they ever show you affection, like you would see in this card, like, you know, see how dude's holding her up and all that. He definitely lifts at the gym. But anywho, the only time that you're ever seeing something like that when this person is really affectionate is right before you guys fuck. Literally. It's like, other than that, like outside of like the sexual escapades between the two of you, you don't really get really much affection from that person. And I feel you put a lot of weight on this. So it feels very hot and cold, because this is like literally where it's almost like, I can't even believe I'm using this terminology. It's almost like this person always gets post-nut clarity, where it's like when it's leading up into you guys doing the do, they're just completely enthralled with you. But the second that, you know, they get them, it's like they snap and become a whole nother person, and they become cold and aloof and all this other stuff all over again. You know what I'm saying? But it's because of this connection that the two of you have sexually that causes you to kind of hold on. And you're thinking the reason why this person isn't affectionate outside of that is because, you know, you're potentially a narcissist and you're selfish and you're asking for too much and all these other kind of things. And you're still sad about your past. And you never even thought you were sad about your past until you met this person. You feel what I'm saying? And I mean, as a therapist, I would never, ever tell a client like, hey, you're sad about your past. I know you came in here saying that you weren't, but I see things in you and you're sad about your past. Like, go grieve about it and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, with this Two of Pentacles, that's what I'm seeing. And it's still talking about the refusal to make a choice. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. This card for me is one of my karmic tie cards here. It's like this person is exactly what I was just saying. It's like they're holding back from you. Like how I was saying, it's like, when it comes to you guys physically, you know, being intimate and stuff like that, they don't hold back. But it's like the second that y'all are not in that space, it's almost as if you're like crying for attention, like you're begging this person to pay attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're dying to get a phone call back, like you're leaving your ringer on and stuff like that, waiting for this person to call type of deal. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So the whole premise with this, my sweet, beautiful soul, is there's a need to see the truth. Like there's a binding that's happening here. But this binding that's happening between the two of you guys, I feel is a very karmic one. Like I feel the whole purpose of this person coming into your space is because there's a very valuable lesson to be learned. And it's the fact that you have the right to have expectations. You have the right to ask for what it is that you desire. And if a person is not aligning with that, that's not an asshole move. That's not narcissistic. That's not selfish for you to say, fuck this. Like, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I signed up for. It's like, I don't want to just see where this goes because I have more worth and value than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a car to be freaking test driven. Are you freaking retarded? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to stand like in your power. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel with this particular person, and I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, but I'm a double Taurus, so it's very hard for me to speak in the emotional language or whatever. But this is just the truth. It's like this person is a dick. They're an asshole. Like, fuck them. Like, who cares? I understand you may have an emotional connection to them, but it's like they're going to keep you in this same cycle repeatedly. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel that there's someone better for you out there that you could be with that would appreciate you for everything that you are, as opposed to you settling for this. Because if you're looking for commitment from this person, it's never going to happen. They're just going to find a way to continuously delay it. So this is one of those things you could literally be wrapped up in for like 10 freaking years. And then you're looking back at your life wondering what happened. I'm just saying. But anywho, that's been your little reading. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank all of you guys for subscribing and following me over here so you guys can get back to the ratchetness that of which is my love readings. I love you all. I thank you for being here. You know, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. You know, I have a goal. You know, I got 111K subs over on my other channel. We're trying to get this to 1,000. You feel what I'm saying? So just hit that subscribe button, like this video, share it with your friends. I love you, face. I'll see you guys sooner than later, my friends.